Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two running backs who are hoping for plenty of running lanes on that field today. It's the Broncos going up against the Browns. Now let's go to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 16 matchup.
The Broncos are back deep, waiting for the kick return. The Browns ready to get this action started. Just past the 20, we'll mark it at the 22-yard line. And now we've got a young quarterback about to head onto the field for the first time today.
You know, Jim, this guy's he's starting to inch his way up into that elite status, and he keeps playing solid football. So if he goes out here today and plays a good solid game again today, we're gonna start talking about him differently here in the future.
The play clock's running down. Unable to beat the down clock, and that'll cost him 5 yards, a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still
First down, offense readying for the snap. He'll throw it over the middle. The reception, easy, wide open.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space. And sometimes, accidentally, you're going to grab the face mask.
Coming up, second down.
Here we go. Flex round.
From the gun. Throws to the right. Finds Thomas. Stiff arm. And he's brought to the ground.
Well, this is good confidence for the offense, isn't it? To move down the field early in the game and get inside the 20. Let's see if they have a play up their sleeve that can get them in the end zone.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line. Broncos in the end zone.
This will make you feel good early in the game. You're down near the goal line and you just line up and you run the football right at the defense and get a touchdown.
Well, we're anxious to hear the full story on that injury. Let's go down to Danielle Bellini with the story.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a Broncos team official. At this point, the medical staff is going to hold him out of this one with what they're still just calling an upper body injury. So, guys, he's out for the day. Back to you.
So the rookie quarterback will take the field, trying to improve week by week.
Well, he's getting some experience. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help him feel more comfortable and I think play better. He should do well here today.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Takes it out of the eye. That'll stop the play right there. 2nd down. They'll run it here. Going to be a tackle for a loss. And now here's the Broncos defense. There they are in the top 3 when it comes to taking down the quarterback. The Browns will come out in the pistol. 3rd and 12. Picks up the 1st down.
The Browns on their offensive play sheet, they don't.
You knew this was going to happen, and the coach disagrees with the call on the field. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
The coach's challenge is not answered. The play on the field will stand.
Yeah, that's a tough. I think it was up to me in this situation in the game. I would not have challenged, knowing those timeouts, how important they are. We'll see if that lost timeout comes back and hurts him.
Big set here for the defense, lining up in the 4-6 from the shotgun. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
The Browns from the 32. Handoff made. Shakes off the tackle. Now makes the move to the right. Third down snap coming up. This was their bugaboo a week ago, failing to convert time and time again. The Browns from the 32. Feeds him again. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. The Browns will have to punt the football. Fields it cleanly and starts his return. Sheard's there to take him down. First down here. Offense lines up here. Gets the handle here. Ball's marked down after a gain of 4. Here's a look at the Broncos offense. They're one of the best in the NFL when it comes to moving the ball up and down the field. The defense comes out in the nickel. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Eyeing that left side. A.J. Green with the catch. Green's met at the 37.
That's a good job by the wide receiver, running the drag route across the field. These are not easy throws for the quarterback, but he sticks it right on him for the completion.
The Broncos won in a runaway last week, Phil, and now they're going to try to win one that's going to come down to the wire.
I think all the teams in the league know when you're sharp, you're going to win the games, and that's the easy way to win. But can you find a way to win when your football team is not as sharp? We're going to find out.
Snap it out of the gun. Finds Thomas.
The margin of error against man-to-man defense is much smaller for a quarterback than it would be against zone defenses. That time the quarterback right on target. Good throw.
Trying to beat the play clock. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. And Joe Hayden has the interception. And he'll step out of bounds.
This defensive coordinator, he is one aggressive dude. He keeps going after this offense, and finally he gets the interception inside their own 20-yard line and stops the offense from getting any points.
Out of the gun. Secures it with 2 hands and pick up about 4.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a first down.
Second down and 6. They'll go ground. Nice tackle.
The Browns' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the field room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
The Browns from the 27. Here's the handoff. Muscles through the defender. Brought down at the 32.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The Browns from the 32. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. Tackled just 3 yards short of the first.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
It'll be third down. We'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
And as far as the football team up, the defense, third and short, they stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
Looking to make a difference. That's a gain of 8. First down here. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. To the ground. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. And here's the Browns defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways. From the shotgun. Easy catch there. No one near him. And now seeing these first half numbers, we knew coming into the game it was a possibility because this is one of the better passing attacks in the entire NFL, Phil.
Absolutely. It's one of the better ones in the NFL, and that's how they have built this football team, Jim. It's about the quarterback, the wide receivers doing it through the air, and if they want to win games, that's how they have to get it done. Well, he had all day long to throw the football that time. That's why he had success throwing the football down the field. I'll tell you what, this defense, they need to start blitzing this quarterback.
It's now second down. Nickel formation here for the defense. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Finds Thomas. The tackle was made. The Broncos have tried to lean on the passing attack so far. Thomas has been a menace out there in the secondary with huge first half totals.
He does have a lot of talent. That's why they try to get the football to him. But the play design by the offensive coordinator, outstanding. That's why we're seeing such a big game from the wide receiver.
Dansby's the one who brings him to the ground.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down, 4 to go. Finds Thomas. As good as it gets. Touchdown. The Broncos for the point after. He made it. Thomas is probably ready to get right back on the field after that last drive, a drive in which he contributed over 40 yards receiving, helping the team score. And now Benjamin. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. They come to the line of scrimmage, first down. It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Will go ground, middle, able to take the football out to the 28-yard line.
Got to stay patient with the run game. That's what the offense is doing here. Even though they haven't had any big gains yet, there's a little short gain that time, but you're hoping to break one sooner or later.
The Browns take it from the 28. The catch is made. And he's going to be tackled right around the 43.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down. Jim, that's what you want to do. Pick up that first down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
Now 1st and 10. Fights off the hit. Gets it out for the completion. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Nobody cares. Just get the job done. Throw it deep down the field or throw it short to the running back, and look at those extra yards after the short pass.
1st down at the 41. The give. Can't find space, and this will be a loss of 1 on the play. After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now 2nd down and 10. Benjamin's a receiver in the slot. Has Gordon. He's brought to a halt.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Gets past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
First and 10. Play fake. Has Jackson. Jackson's met at the 16.
Well, anytime you're in the red zone, you want to punch it in and get that touchdown. If they do that, look, they're still going to be behind, but it gives them confidence moving forward.
2nd and 1. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Got a flag down here. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a 1st down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
That's a face mask call, and of course, for now on, it's 15 yards no matter how you slice it. They don't even have to interpret it anymore. The severity of it, it's a big penalty.
Yeah, it is a big penalty. One thing, why we see a lot of face mask penalties in the NFL now? It's because players tackle too high. Get your arms around.
Touchdown. That'll close the gap.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's 1st and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
The Broncos are about to have the football kicked their way. Their lead has been trimmed. The score's 14-7. And this will be a fair catch, and no return as this goes for a touchback. The Broncos bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive. They've come out in the dime package. Midway 2nd quarter. Makes the catch inbounds. Thomas taken down. At the 46.
Catch is made for a 1st down.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. Offense lines up here.
Flex round. Ohio.
Nickel formation for the defense here. He'll take the snap from the gun. Looking long. He's got the touchdown.
Well, you got a lead. Now you're able to go out there and drive down the field and score a touchdown. This changes how the other team is going to manage the game from here on out.
The Broncos defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Browns offense now coming out. The Browns from the 22. And he hauls it in. Still on his feet.
Well, there's a lot of ways to get it done. Just remember, throw it to the open guy. You never know what's going to happen afterwards. Short pass that time turns into a long gain. Good job by the wide receiver.
Looking to the right side and throwing. Flag is out.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, his head got yanked back the other way. An obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
First down at the 31. They'll run it here. They bring him to the turf.
I will say this for the offensive coordinator. He is persistent. They're not running the football very well today, and that time he tries the run game again. Gets a couple yards, but not much.
Second down and 8. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. And he's taken down. All set to punt here. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. It's first down as they head to the line. The Broncos lined up in the pistol. Handoff made. He's tackled right at the 24. And it'll be second down and 6 after the running play on first down. Gets the handle here. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down. Halftime, 2 minutes away. First down here after the run. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Staying with the running game on first down. That's a gain of 10. Second down now. The defense comes out in the nickel. Makes the catch in open space.
That time it was an easy completion for the quarterback on the play-action pass, and it fools the defense because look how aggressive the offensive line is. They sold the play to the defense, and the quarterback took advantage. Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
Offense lines up here. The Broncos will take the snap from the 25. Picks up 8 here.
Ball's able to show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up the first down.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Ball's going to secure the handoff, and that picks up 3. The Broncos, 1 timeout remaining. That's second down coming up. Nickel formation here for the defense. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Makes the reception. It's a touchdown.
There is no lead in the PTFL state. We all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on them, man. Keep scoring.
The Browns will have plenty of work to do in the second half, but they'll want to try and cut into the lead here before the intermission. The score's 28-7. He'll take it from the 1. Benjamin's tackled down at the 17. They face first down. Handoff out of the eye. Slashes to the left side. Breaks free. And he'll step out. And if you look at the numbers we have here, you really expect to be winning a game when a running back is having this type of a first half.
Boy, don't you ever. When you dominate on the offensive side, especially in the run game, you do expect to be winning. You have to go to your defense and say, stop them just one time. Give us a chance.
The Browns will take the snap from the 45. The defense gets the sack. The Browns call the timeout. Their first. The big sack pushes them back into a 2nd and 22 situation. The defense comes out in the dime. Makes the reception.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. 3rd and 13. He'll fire it out to the left. That ball has been picked off. Good piece of tackling.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being full, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Takes it from the gun. Complete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
He's brought down. So that's going to do it for the first half. Broncos are up in this one. That's a touchback. The ball will be spotted at the 20. First down on the way. Second half gets rolling now as he takes the snap. Jackson's got it, and a first.
In this league now, you got to keep these wide receivers and quarterbacks guessing. You just can't come out there and play man-to-man every play and think that's going to work. You got to mix in some zones, some blitzes, and then occasionally go man-to-man coverage.
First down at the 33. And that's a gain of 10.
Anytime you see a defense that can't stop the runs right up the middle, there's a couple things. The middle linebacker's probably not doing his job, and you might not just have enough meat up inside to hold up against those big offensive linemen.
Defense filling up the box here with a 4-6 formation. The give out of the eye.
The Broncos defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Defense with plenty of bodies in the box here on this play. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
The defensive end has the outside runs. That's his assignment, and he did it well. Takes on the tackle, beats his rear end up pretty good, and makes a tackle on the running back.
That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. The Broncos getting ready now to start their drive. Nickel formation for the defense here. Green's lined up in the slot. First down and 10. They'll go ground. Dansby's there to take him down. Green's been a busy receiver today as he's flown through this secondary on his way to a big game, Phil.
He has everything you want in a wide receiver. First off, he's fast. He's able to make sharp cuts, and he has a good pair of hands. That's going to lead to a lot of catches and a lot of yards.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Second down and 7. It's the old counter play. And that's a 2-yard gain. Third down play coming up, and last week that was not an issue as they converted time and time again. The Broncos will take the snap from the 25. Finds his mark, tackles made, and that'll move the chains.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. They give it to him on the counter, in on the stop.
That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
They've come out in the dime package. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Second and 6. They feed it to him one more time. Has 12 on this play.
The Broncos offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
First down at the 47. Here's the handoff. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Oh, it's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First down at the 43. And he's thrown to the ground.
Well, when you see the defense is going to blitz and you can't pick it up, as a quarterback, you've got to change the pass protection. Remember, protect yourself at all times. He didn't do it, so he goes down.
Brings it in. Whitner's there to make the tackle. If you're a great player in this league, you're not going to have too many bad games in a row. And this quarterback has shown us today that he's back to being his normal self.
That's right. He's just really too good of a quarterback to have back-to-back bad games. And what he did after last week, he looked at the film, he corrected the mistakes. That's why he's playing well today.
He stacked up at that point.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Ohio! Let's go!
Second down and 5. Another handoff right back to him. Gains 13. In a tight game, Phil, has been fun watching these two running backs go back and forth, dominating the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the running backs have been dominating so far today. So have both teams' offensive lines. They have gotten it done. And listen, I'll say this to the defense. You better dig in there and toughen up and try to stop these running backs.
Tackles made.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Mounting a serious drive. Second and goal to go from the 1. Good for only a yard.
When you get third goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
This will be the offense's 12th play of the drive. The long drive continues. Third and goal. They want a touchdown. Broncos.
Well, the defense knew that they were probably going to see a run here in third and goal. And what do? It doesn't matter. They still get blown off the line of scrimmage by the offensive line. Nice job.
The Browns have really just been outplayed in every facet of this game. Really just looking for any sort of answer. The score's 35-7. And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20. First down coming up. Defense comes out in a 4-6 formation. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Nice job that time by the defensive end. He's not fooled by the run play. He holds his position and makes the tackle.
Big set here for the defense, lining up in the 4-6. Second down and 10. To the ground. And he gains maybe 3.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
Now looking at third down. The Broncos will come out in the dime. They're setting up screen. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays. The Browns will have to punt the football. We'll see what he can do here. And he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line. The Broncos are ready to take over now as their offense heads onto the field. The Broncos will take the snap from the 35. That brings the play to an end. That leads us to second down. Ball lines up in the backfield. Handoff and a run right up the middle. Brought down by Dansby.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
On the way, third down. Wide receivers are bunched up. Keeps it here. And he's going to be dumped. And that's a 3-and-out.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Brought down after a gain of 6. The Browns will begin their drive from the 26 now. Benjamin's in the slot.
Let's go.
First and 10. Looking across the middle and incomplete. What a hit that time. The Broncos lead, and all you have to do is look at the turnover ratio, and that tells the story, Phil.
It sure does. And listen, everybody calls them turnovers. Well, let's look at this game here. I call it takeaways. They are taking the football away from the offense. What a job by the defense.
Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Lots of ways to attack cover 2. There's no doubt about it. You can throw it underneath. You can pump fake the safeties, make one of them move, and still throw it deep down the field.
Jackson's lined up now as a slot receiver. They'll go shotgun here. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on third down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
He wants to return this one. Breaks free. That's a pickup of 14. They come to the line, and it's first down. The Browns with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Still got it after the play action. And now he'll take off. Taking off. That's a gain of 10.
Tick, 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 tick. That's what we're trying to do. Make that clock keep running down. You got the offense out there. You got a big lead in the second half. Every first down you get shortens that football game.
Dropping back 3. Breaks out of the tackle. On the money. Taken down at the 39. He continues to pile up yards, and with one big play, he could break the single-season pass yardage mark.
And the way they're making the plays on the field, I like his chances of breaking this record. How about that? 75 yards away from a single.
Another touchdown to increase the lead.
We're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
The Browns are back deep, ready to return. Fields the football at the 3. The ball is out. Barrow's going to run this one out.
This game is still about hitting. When you hit the other team hard enough, that football comes loose. Nice job by the kicking team. They make the hit, and they recover the fumble. Great job.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. First down at the 18. And sheared in on the tackle.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. Ball lines up in the backfield.
Let's go. Fred, 38.
You'll go ground. And he's brought to the ground.
Well, you always like to run the football once you get down in the red zone. That time they tried the run game, but there is nowhere to go, and they get just a little gain out of that play.
Third down and 4. Balls handed the football. That's been the story of this game. Another 3rd down conversion to move the chains.
First down by the offense in the red zone, and, you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
The give. A tackle behind the line.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Get ready.
2nd and goal from the 7. Takes another handoff, then picks up about 3. Goal line defense on the field.
Let's go.
3rd and goal from the 4. Ball, touchdown. They're just running it up.
Oh, what a good job there by the offense. 3rd and goal. And what do? They run the football against the defense, and nice job getting the touchdown.
Broncos ready to boot it down the field. He'll have a chance to take off. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Browns come to the line. They'll start this drive at the 24. The defense comes out in the nickel.
Let's go.
First down at the 24. Trying to work that left side. Catch made. Pumps in on the tackle.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
That'll stop the play right there.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
It's 2nd down and 3. And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time.
Well, the defense has got to love that. They love it when a quarterback is uneasy for whatever reason or just not in rhythm. That time they see him throw off the back foot, and the throw goes incomplete.
The Browns will approach this play from out of the pistol. The Browns snap it at the 41. Ball is out. The offense was able to recover the ball. Nice tackle.
One thing coaches hate when their offense is on the field is fumbling the football. Because a lot of times it's just bad fundamentals. But they're lucky this time. They have the fumble. They're able to get on top of it.
This will bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20. First down, offense readying for the snap. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Brought down by Dansby.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. They'll run it here. And that's a gain of 9.
Nothing like seeing a complete offense. That's what we're watching here today. Yes, we know they can throw it, but what they're showing us here, they can grind out some first downs running the football too.
Osweiler's setting up now in the pistol.
Well, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Free.
First down at the 30. Another carry here. Picks up about 2.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Split backfield here.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
The Broncos from the 32. Handoff made. Mingo makes the stop.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running them.
You've often talked about prime time and how the players of today have this "it's all about me" kind of a mentality. And for you in the booth, you had to enjoy it being all about you, having a chance to call this one today in prime time.
That's right. It's all about me, and it would have been if I could have just got you to be quiet for a few minutes. But it's awesome to win in a game that's featured in everybody in the country, all your peers. They watch you. It just doesn't get better.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.